everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie and I'm the Organic Esthetician. Today's video is geared towards professionals interested in Skin Moderne's NanoFusion pen. This video offers a full demonstration of how to incorporate NanoFusion into your professional protocols. So I've created two other videos on the NanoFusion pen so far. One talks about the modality, explaining its benefits and what exactly this treatment offers. And the second is an unboxing that shows you what you receive when you purchase your NanoFusion pen. NanoFusion is a nano needling treatment that increases product penetration by 500% while also stimulating fibroblast activity. So this is a fantastic addition to any anti-aging facial you might already be offering. NanoFusion can be performed on almost all skin types. You want to avoid using the pen over raised moles, areas of new scarring, open acne lesions, or areas of eczema or psoriasis. Once the breakout has closed, feel free to use the pen right over the top to speed up the healing process and minimize pigmentation and scarring. These treatments offer both an immediate and sustained results. In addition to that increase in product penetration, you're going to see instant plumping and deep hydration of the skin. The skin glows afterwards. These treatments also stimulate that fibroblast activity. So over time, you'll see a shift in the firmness of the skin. You're going to see a minimization in line depth. You'll see a decrease in fine lines and wrinkles. It's going to brighten the skin while refining pore size and skin texture. So I've been loving these treatments. I've been doing them on myself and on my clients. And you're really able to see this transformation happen over the course of a few facials. All right, so let's jump into exactly how you're going to perform your NanoFusion treatment. So you always want to perform NanoFusion on clean skin. I start with a triple cleanse. I pre-cleanse the eye and lip area. I use an oil-based cleanser and perform a pretty thorough facial massage. I follow that up with a water-based cleanser to really ensure a thorough cleanse. This is the foundation of your entire facial. Make sure you're thoroughly cleansing your client's skin. You're going to tone the skin, and then you're going to follow with gentle exfoliation. The NanoFusion treatment itself is gently exfoliating. Prior to using the pen, you don't need to do a deep exfoliation. I'd suggest using an enzymatic exfoliation or a very mild acid. Feel free to use steam and perform gentle extractions prior to using your pen. So once you're ready to actually perform your treatment, you'll set up your pen by attaching a fresh tip. Then you'll apply your serums of choice. So you could easily apply just a single serum that targets your client's specific concerns. Otherwise, you can layer multiple serums or even cocktail them together. I personally tend to apply one serum all over the face and then apply a second serum per section as I'm working across the face with a pen, or I might spot treat. I'll use Clarify over areas of breakouts and congestion, Luminous over any areas of pigmentation, Biofortify over areas of glycation. I've actually been incorporating this all over lately, kind of as a preventative, and I really love it because it is so antioxidant rich. And then as I'm working across the face, I'll either use the bioretinol or the rejuvenation serum. The rejuvenation serum's consistency is the most, I would say, like viscous or thick, so it offers the best slip for your pen. And then I'll use the plumping serum around the eye and over the lips. I actually don't have the vitamin C serum yet. I only have it in retail for whatever reason. It wasn't a part of my initial back bar order, but it's en route to me now. And I'm gonna start incorporating the C Fusion serum as a base over the entire skin. That was a suggestion from the esthetician who trained me, something she uses on every single client when she's doing the NanoFusion treatment. Okay, so there are 4 things to keep in mind while you're doing these treatments. So I would say the first and most important one is to have enough product on the skin. I probably overuse product when I do these treatments because the last thing you want is the pen to drag on dry skin. The second thing is pressure. The outside casing of these tips ensures that the nano tip itself doesn't protrude past that casing, which allows you to really easily glide the pen on the skin. So you're just going to place your pen perpendicular to the skin so the outside of the tip is flush on the skin, and without pushing down or applying any pressure, you're going to glide your pen across the skin. Again, the more product you have, the more easily the pen will glide. If you apply too much pressure or don't have enough product on the skin, you can get striping, which doesn't feel great in the moment. and can be quite stingy the following day. Thirdly, you want to make sure that you're holding the skin taut when you're doing a treatment. So with the thumb and forefinger of the opposite hand, you're going to hold the skin taut and then glide the pen in that specific area that you're working, which leads us to the fourth thing, which is working in smaller areas. So keeping your strokes short. When you use a longer stroke, you're going to be more prone to the possibility of striping. I can attest to the fact that it doesn't permanently damage the skin. My biggest issue when I first started doing these treatments was putting my tip on correctly. I show exactly how to do this in my unboxing video, but if the tip isn't on correctly, when you turn on your pen, it'll sound much louder than it normally does. As you're working it on the skin, it'll lead to striping. I always recommend practicing with your pen on yourself before you start doing these on paying clients so that you know how it feels and you can get a hang of the pressure and the movement. My last suggestion for doing these treatments is to be consistent. I find with any new modality, muscle memory is really key to ensure you're performing the full treatment as desired every single time. So I start in the same place every single treatment and I finish in the same place every single treatment. So I personally start at the chin, I work my way out across the jaw, and then work my way up to the forehead. I then repeat that on the opposite side. At the end of each side, I'll go in and do the eye and lip area. This helps me from forgetting a step. You want to make sure that you're using your pen over the entire face. Now, these treatments can be performed on the neck and chest. I do find that because you have more of a curve on the neck and the chest can just be a little more sensitive, I get a little bit of striping in those areas when I do them on myself, as it's harder to keep that tip perpendicular at all times during the treatment. So just something to be mindful of when you're working in other areas. It should take you about 15 minutes to do the full face.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Turn this room, turn it to an ocean. Let me float around. Eyes closed, like we're dreaming even when we're not. But you and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. But you and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. But we can do nothing at all. So what, if you're stupid then you know it's nothing wrong. But you and me got a whole other meaning, I don't know how. But you and me just know how it feels when we're falling in love. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning. Show me there's nothing fake to me now. I wanna wake up with you in the morning.
channels will be open between 10 and 20 minutes. So I personally like to immediately follow up my NanoFusion with an oxygen infusion. Just in case those channels are still open, it enables me to push that solution and that oxygen even deeper into the skin. Now, depending on how much product you use during your NanoFusion treatment, it can be a little gunky on the skin. So after that 20 minutes, I'll take 2 damp cotton rounds that are saturated with my essence, and I'll wipe down the skin to remove any excess serum that's sitting on the surface. At this point, anything that was going to penetrate is already in the skin, and I'm not thoroughly removing it, I'm just kind of removing excess. I then finished my treatment with Moderne's Snail Essence Collagen Mask. So these are incredibly nourishing and calming. So yes, this uses actual snail mucin. I skip this and use a different sheet mask on my hardcore vegan clients, but no snails were harmed in the making of these masks. They actually live a really wonderful life on a farm in Italy, and it's full of amino acids, peptides, proteoglycans, hyaluronic acid, a little glycolic acid. There's just all kinds of nourishment in that ingredient, which is then paired with ceramides, gotu kola, and collagen. So my personal favorite way to incorporate the sheet mask is pairing it with Moderne's UltraFusion ultrasound device. So then I'll finish with a skin firming ultrasound treatment after my NanoFusion. But if you don't have the UltraFusion, you can use the Moderne ice roller or ice globes over the top of the sheet mask, even galvanic or iontophoresis to help push that solution deeper. Now, these masks are very saturated, which I really like. There's a lot of solution in every single packet. So I kind of squeeze the mask as I'm pulling it out of the pack to remove any excess solution so it's not drippy when I apply it on my client. And then I fold over the top of the sheet mask pack and I set that aside and I give that to my clients. And then my client takes that extra snail essence mask home with them and uses it as a calming, healing, hydrating solution over the next couple of days. Additionally, I would suggest sending your client home with the retail version of whatever serum you penned into the skin during your NanoFusion treatment. And then at the end of your facial, you'll finish with eye cream, moisturizer, lip treatment, sunscreen, all of your finishing products. Your client will notice an immediate difference in their skin getting off the table. They're incredibly glowy and they are deeply hydrated. So you can see and feel how plump and hydrated your skin is after one of these treatments. So you could easily incorporate this into your client's monthly facial. But for optimal results, Moderne suggests your clients come in for a series of either 5 to 10 treatments performed every other week. I just like to manage client expectations. If there is a tiny possibility that they're going to be pink after a treatment, I just tell them that before. So I let them know as they're booking this facial, there's a possibility you'll be pink after this treatment and even a little rosy the following day. As NanoFusion increases oxygenation, circulation, and exfoliates the skin. It really depends on skin type. I would say about a third of the clients that I do NanoFusion on are pink at the end of the treatment. Most of them you can't even tell. I find that when I first started doing NanoFusion treatments, I didn't have any sensitivity the day of, but the morning after, I got a little bit of sensation while I was doing my morning skincare routine. They're going to want to avoid working out immediately after a NanoFusion, going into the steam room or sauna. And again, they're going to wait a few days to resume their retinol treatment or any AHAs. All right, everyone, I hope this video was helpful and gave you a little more insight into how to perform a NanoFusion treatment. If you'd like to learn more about Moderne or interested in bringing in the NanoFusion pen into your own practice, reach out to info@skinmoderne.com. Again, if you haven't watched my 2 other NanoFusion videos, make sure you watch those next. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe. Bye.